Success, true success, requires you to believe in your mess. Get ready to start my workout. I went a little bit late today, but I'm not on no specific time frame. So true success requires you to believe in your mess. Because you see, your mess is your message. Message is mess with age. So when your mess that you created, the life that you've lived, when you over and understand that you're the mess that you made, when you get of age, that message that you have, sorry about that, whatever that mess that you made, that literally becomes your message. So your message is whatever you have done in your life. For a lot of people first starting off, it's difficult for them to really tap into that. And definitely it's understandable when we look at the fact that each and every one of us has a very unique perspective. I checked Google this morning, what I do for a living, with artificial intelligence, what's happening to a lot of people is what's happening to me. Your routine, your livelihood, your job is being uprooted. So it creates havoc. And I know when I Googled this morning, I found 22 AI apps or 22, websites that do exactly what I do for a living. If you notice, like what I just posted this morning, getting ready to do a new series breaking down the homunculus. You can Google it, you can, but my perspective, my unique perspective when I watch a movie like Doctor Strange, and I did a series on what I saw, which is totally different from what everybody else saw. So with artificial intelligence, with AI, with everything that's coming out, I want to encourage you today to stick to, find your mess, find your lane, find your purpose, your destiny, your deacon. Now it's going to be challenged. You're going to be challenged to see if you really believe in what you believe in. Jesus, Yahushua the HaMashiach, had confidence. He spoke as one having authority. Where did he get his authority from? He got his authority from marrying his mess. If you notice in the Garden of Gethsemane when Jesus said, take this cup from me, nevertheless not my will but your will. So success, true success, is tied into your mess. So your message comes from mess with age. And so right now, your perspective is your product. The way you see the world, your unique personality creates your personal reality. And there are other frequencies, there's other waves, other verbs, other vibrations, there's other people who see the world similar to what it used to. That's your market. That's your demographics. Those are your clients. Those are your customers. So everybody has a very small lane. You have a specific niche. And that niche is your perception, your perspective, the way that you see the world. Because now that artificial intelligence is out, you have to go deep instead of shallow. Most people have shallow learning instead of deep learning. So the thing that separates me from everybody else, and I've been doing this for 30 years, way before AI came out. So when I tell people I've written and published over 800 books, they have a difficult time wrapping their brain around that construct. Because most people take 5 years to write one book. So I've been speak to text before there was such a thing as speak to text. So I've been doing this. Now, I was using Fiverr way back in the day. I was talking, I've done about 5,000 that was deleted, 1 hour audio shows and YouTube videos on my old YouTube channel that was deleted for violating medical standards. Because tying spirit into biology, what I'm talking about with the homunculus, with the new series, homunculus is a Latin word that means little man. So the way I see that word homunculus, because I'm an etymologist, that's my unique perspective. Nobody else on the planet sees that word homunculus the way that I do. A lot of people never even heard the word homunculus. What about the word abracus? So I did a whole book in a series on the word abracus. I've never met a melanated Christian who know what abracus is and what it is, what it does, what it means. So I'm a master teacher not because I took a class. I'm a master teacher not because of some reverend doctor or bishop laid their hands on me and gave me a certificate or a calling or ordination, or they ordained me. I'm a master teacher by birth. I'm a master teacher by God. See, what man gives you, man can take from you. But when God anoints you, when God calls you, when God equips you, there is no reverend, there is no doctor, there is no bishop, there is nobody that can touch you, because now you are speaking as one who have authority, because in your voice, the tone of your voice determines the speed of your choice. So when I make a choice, it speedily comes to me because of the tone in my voice. The tone in my voice determines the speed of my choice. Most Alkibonans, what's up, Brother Tyrone? What's going on, my brother? Most Alkibonans, they're not married to their mess. They're ashamed of the mess. Man, I've been telling people for 30 years, Brother Tyrone. Brother Tyrone knows what I'm talking about. He's been rocking and rolling with me for a while. So I've been telling people all of my flaws. Most reverends, doctors, and bishops, they come to you, they want to be like a guru. They want to act like they ain't got no dirty laundry in their closet. They don't come and share openly all their mistakes, their mess. So that mess is hidden. They are ashamed. They don't want people to know that they really are not perfect. They want to present themselves as a reverend, a doctor, a bishop, a master teacher 33. But you must be, and you must become authentic. At the end of the day, there's a war coming. I'm already in it. Everything that my income trickled down when AI came out, because AI attacks authenticity. So people believe, be lie. People be the lie. And they go to something that is artificial. And they belie it. They believe artificial intelligence is more powerful than authenticity and real life experience. So they don't know what I know. Because I've already been, especially people that are under 30. Because when you're new, you grew up in the age of artificial intelligence. So you have no frame of reference like people like me and Brother Tyrone who've been around for a couple of days, and we are a little bit older. We have something called a wise dome. Now, when I was a young kid, my grandmother used to tell me stuff like, boy, you got a hard head. Your life gonna be rough. I'm like, yeah, whatever, big mama. So I just blew it off. And my grandma used to tell me, you need to listen. You think you know everything. You should be more like your brother. And I was like, whatever. She was 100% right. If I had listened, because my grandmother had wisdom that comes from life experience. She was not telling me stuff that she read out of a book, Brother Tyrone. She lived this life before me. Now, I'm one of the elders, one of the older folk, and I see the 30 and under generation who's addicted to dopamine. They're addicted to digits and the digital technology. They're addicted to scrolling. They're addicted to social media. They're addicted to the ordering dopamine hits. And their brain is telling them that they are successful because they posted something on social media and they got a bunch of likes. Now, if you're able to do that and those likes turn into residual income into your bank account, okay, boo-boo, do you. Keep grinding, keep shining. But if you doing what most folk do, you don't have the ability to transmute and take that negative habit pattern and turn it into a life-sustaining pattern. You need to call me. You need to get with the life management system. So this ability to take what the enemy meant for evil, use it for good. Or you got to find good. That's the key. Message. Your message is your mess. But your message requires you to believe in you. What is the benefit? What did you learn? Most people go through adversity and they bury it. They don't like to talk about it. Like when my daughter transitioned, for a father to bury his daughter, the youngest daughter, if I did not have the level of awareness that I have, I would have buried myself too. A father can't bury his daughter. It's not in the cards, bro. The level of depression, self-guilt, blame. I went through all of my years, and as a father, I was a fucking failure. That will fucking bury you if you don't process that shit. I ain't read that in a book, Brother Tyrone. When my daughter died, I had to figure it out. No reverend, no doctors, no bishops could help me. They didn't have a frame of reference. They don't know what it feels like to get that phone call in the middle of the night and your baby just starting off in life. People don't have a frame of reference. It is not their fault. It ain't your fault. Things happen. The question is, what are you going to do next? Most people, when they get punched in the gut, they fall down and they can't get up. The enemy knows that. Right now, people are getting punched. The economy, politics, all the stuff that's going on in the world today. And if you want to be successful in this environment, you have to be able to over and understand even what I just said. The reason that I use curse words is because those are blocks to your success. For years, like you and a lot of other people, I mean not you personally, people you know, we got a system. The moment someone does something, it becomes a psychological trigger. And we exit, oh man, he just dropped an F-bomb, so I'm out. And you miss your blessing. Or you miss your blessing. It's a lesson. Be a lesson. So in order for you to be successful, you got to walk through the door that you believe is a lie, because it's a psychological trigger. Psychological triggers, mental roadblocks are placed to keep you from moving beyond your current habit pattern. I had to deal with my own negative habit patterns, my own limiting beliefs. Otherwise, I'd have been buried too. Sure, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in every loss. But let's be crystal clear. Your success is determined by you being the lesson. Extrapolate the lesson. Nobody wants to listen to somebody who's talking about themselves. Can you help me? That's it. That's the only thing that matters. And in the age of AI, the only thing that matters, do you got an authentic message that's based upon real life experiences? So if you're a father and you lose a daughter, you should call me. I'm the only one that can help you. I've already been through it. I ain't read it in the book. I didn't order it. That was an event that happened to me. If you was raised in a religious cult as a child and you're still suffering from the negative residue, if you're still suffering from dissociative identity disorder, if you still are suffering from arrested development disorder, your development got arrested. It got stopped because people don't understand. A cult is nothing but a culture. I was raised in a culture. Every demographics has their own culture. Every business has their own culture. Every family has their own culture. Everywhere you go, there's culture. That's a cult. It ain't a bad term. But we believe, Brother Tyrone, we've been bamboozled, especially us colored folks. Even that term colored, Negro, African American, all of those are cultures that's being cultured. If you take something, bacteria, and you put it into a petri dish and you close the environment, that bacteria is going to create a culture. It's going to create a system that allows it to exist in an environment that's cut off from oxygen, that's disconnected from other frequencies, waves, and vibrations. That's a cult. A cult is a culture that is disconnected from God and source. The average Negro is connected to a cult or a culture because it's not in line with the God-given design. And the inability for us to see the field, that's what I do. I have the gift of discernment. It was given to me, I was born with it. It was given to me, I can't take credit for it, but I can surely use it. And so this book that I'm talking about, the homunculus, little man, if you really delved into that, all this information, some is available at CIA.gov. You can look at the HEMIC, the gateway process, the gateway experience. This introduces this construct of under-over understanding, just like the word abracus, just like the word cosmogator. These are all Latin phrases that I've revealed, explained, illuminated, and simplified because I have a very unique perspective. I see the world different from you. It don't make me better. It doesn't make me worse. It just is. See, it's very interesting that people separate themselves from people that they don't understand. It's okay to be different. You shouldn't wear the same thing. You shouldn't freaking talk the same way. You shouldn't believe the same beliefs. Negro, you are an individualized version of God on earth, walking around, having a humanized, a carbonated, melanated experience. Contrary to popular belief, boo-boo, you are a light being. You are a spirit. You are Psalms 82:6. Do you not know that ye are gods? But since you are acting like a low vibrational human, which means sea monster, you would die like men, according to the Bible. I ain't make it up. It's in the book. So when you understand, the average melanated individual is a part of a cistern or a system that can hold water. According to Jeremiah 29, we all have broken cisterns. We're not connected to the fountain of living water. The inability to be connected to God, connected to source, that makes you an individual. People don't like people they can't control. People don't like people they can't predict what they're going to do next. People don't like people that they can't sap their chi and their energy. No, nigga, I ain't following nobody blindly. I did that already. I got personal, real life experience, Brother Tyrone. I ain't read that in the book, my brother. So when you get to this level of awareness, there is no devil. Why? Because everything comes straightly from the throne. God downloads a message into your DNA. specifically wired for you, your purpose, your destiny, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and likeness of God. That is the only way in the age of artificial intelligence for you to get paid. It's coming. It just hit me first. The only way for you to be successful moving forward is for you to have a message that is so authentic it touches people's soul. Your message, your voice is so powerful that it penetrates the ego and it goes directly into the mind, will, emotions, imagination. People are going to be turned off. 90% of them are going to be turned off. Maybe 99%. But that one, you can talk to 100 people, and all of them going to say, man, that nigga crazy. But there's going to be one. See, there's always a ram in the bush, Brother Tyrone. There's always a ram in the bush. I've been young, and now I'm old. Never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread. So my brothers, my sisters, regardless of where you are at in your life, artificial intelligence is here to take your authentic intelligence. They want you to stop believing in you and believe in Google, to believe in ChatGPT, to believe in Claude. They, whoever they are, we don't know who they are. They got a very finely oiled machine. And that machine wants you to disconnect from the kingdom of God is within. Because we have this treasure. And this treasure is hidden in earthen vessels. Christ in you, the hope of glory. But we have to define all those terms. Because the average out of keep it on is majoring in the minors. Brothers and sisters, make sure you're on the level where there is no devil. That level is the level of mental clarity. Man, let me get my workout on, man. I gotta stop. Okay. But Tyrone, I got things to do, bro. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Make sure you get the book in the series, HOMUNCULUS. It's gonna blow your cookies. God bless.